The first step is to remove the number plate. Fairly easy in this case, as it's only held on with two self-tapping screws through the top edge of the plate. That's part of the reason it rattles so badly. With the plate removed, you can now see how the Audi pre-delivery experts have butchered the boot lid of this brand new car. And here is one of the two original threaded holes provided by the manufacturer, but totally ignored by the dealership. Notice the damage done over a 4-year period. If I wanted to fit, say, European-style slimline plates, I'd need to have the boot lid completely resprayed. Here's the custom plate bracket I'm about to fit. For this vehicle, there are 6 polyurethane bump-ons, which hold the bracket neatly spaced away from the boot panel to prevent it rattling. This bracket is curved to match with the curvature of the boot panel, and here are the 2 holes which will match with the manufacturer's threaded holes. The holes in the corners have floating nuts to accept the screws which hold the plates to the bracket. Note that for some plates with no holes in the bottom edge, we may have supplied industrial quality double-sided tape to keep the bottom edge secure. Packed with your brackets, you'll find a plastic bag with the screws, spacers, etc. labelled for each of the front and rear brackets. Select the correct fittings, then match the bracket to the panel to see that the mounting holes line up correctly. Fit the mounting screws through the bracket and slide the nylon spacers over the threaded ends. The spacers will hold the screws in the brackets to make them easier to handle. Depending on the vehicle, there may be 2 or 4 screws, and they will be in different positions on the bracket. Now line the screws up with the holes in the car body and screw each one carefully into place. Tighten the screws securely, but take care not to over-tighten them, especially if you're screwing into a plastic bumper where it can be easy to strip the thread. Check to make sure the bracket is secure and properly aligned on the panel. Now we're ready to fit the plate to the bracket. In this case, I'm fitting one of our Prestige plate covers as well. These come with a neoprene seal which prevents dust and water from getting between the lens and the number plate. Line the cover with the number plate, then place the assembly over the bracket. Starting from one end, align one of the screws provided with the upper hole in the cover, through the number plate, and into the floating nut on the bracket. Secure one corner loosely, move on to the upper corner on the opposite side of the assembly and do the same. Repeat this process till all 4 screws have properly engaged with the floating nuts. Tighten them gently and evenly until the cover is secure. This corner could be a little tighter. Be careful not to over-tighten these though, in case you crack the cover. Your number plate assembly should now be firmly attached with no rattles or looseness. All edges should have even gaps between the bracket and the car body or bumper. We hope you'll be pleased with the finished result for years to come. Thank you for buying our LAKIN Custom Plate Brackets.